Alright, this is a quick little video to kind of help explain this question from about parallel lines and perpendicular lines and their slopes and so forth. So first thing we're going to start off with is the basic concept of what does it mean to be parallel and what does it mean to be perpendicular in regards to their slopes. So when we take a look at two parallel lines, and this doesn't relate to the problem, it's just the content, it's the discussion piece. We look at two parallel lines, what we'll notice is that on the first line our slope was 2. On the second line our slope is also 2. And that is, if we go off the basis of the slope-intercept form, where we have y equals mx plus b, where the m is our slope and the b value is our y-intercept. So you'll notice here that this guy has a slope of 2, has a y-intercept of positive 3 because we go up 1, 2, 3. The second graph has a slope of 2 and a y-intercept of positive 1. So the lines are parallel. They both rise 2, run 1, rise 2, run 1. And so like this is a slope of 2. Whereas if we have two lines that are perpendicular to each other, then what we see is that the slopes are opposite reciprocals. So on the first one, my slope, the slope of line 1 is 2 over 1, and the slope of line 2 is negative 1 over 2. They're opposite, meaning if one's positive, the other one's going to be negative, or vice versa. If one's negative, the other one will be positive. And they are reciprocals. And so reciprocal means where we flip the numerator and the denominator. So the 2 becomes the bottom, and the 1 becomes the top. And so that's where we get our opposite reciprocal. So if someone says that you have two lines are perpendicular, then you are able to very quickly say, okay, well, if the slope of my first line was 3 over 4, then the slope of my second line, which is perpendicular, would be 4 over 3, the reciprocal. And since this one is positive, then this guy would be negative. And that's the concept that we're building. So that would be for two lines that are perpendicular to each other. If two lines are parallel to each other, then the slope of line 1, let's just say it's negative 3/2, and the lines are parallel, then the slope of line 2 would also be negative 3/2 because those two lines are parallel to each other versus perpendicular. So let's take a look at our particular question. So this is question 8. It's on section 8.3, and it's number 20, I believe. All right. So we start this question off, and it says write the equation of a line to the given point that is parallel to the given line. Express your answer in the form slope-intercept form. So what we know right now is we have a line. We have this line right here. And we know that our line and this line are going to be parallel to each other. So what we need to do is we need to go ahead and take this line they gave us, this x plus 7y equals 4, and we need to put that into slope-intercept form. So slope-intercept form, remember, is y equals mx plus b, which basically means we need to solve this guy for y. So we subtract x, so we get 7y is equal to negative x plus 4. We divide by 7, we get y equals, and I'm going to go ahead and break this down to both parts here. We get y equals negative x over 7 plus 4 over 7. So that's some basic algebra pieces there that really isn't being taught in this class as much as it maybe was in a previous class. If you have questions about that particular algebra right there, make sure you ask. And then at that point we can go ahead and break this down a little bit further and remind ourselves that there is actually a 1 right there in front of that x. So this becomes negative 1 over 7 x plus 4 over 7. And to be honest with you, what we really care about is, remember, we're trying to get it into the form of y equals mx plus b. The only number we really cared about was the slope. So in this particular case, since the slope is always in front of the variable x, that means that our slope of this line is negative 1/7. So the slope is negative 1 over 7. Since our two lines are parallel, now we know that our line passes through the point 4, 9, and has a slope equal to -1/7, because our line, this guy right here, so this is our line, and our line and the line that is parallel, they're going to have the same slopes, so we're ready to roll. So what we're going to use now is the formula called point slope formula. Alright, so it's just like it sounds. It's y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. Okay, and in the example that the textbook provided, they had this formula there. They walked through the same process. Hopefully just a little bit of additional information I'm provided will give you that feedback that you need. Okay, so in this case here, what we know is that this is our x1 and this is our y1. This, of course, is our slope. So as we plug things into our equation, we get y minus, I'm just going to change color so it stands out,